you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Are people born gay? If so, why would God allow that when he, quote, says it is wrong? Some people seem to have tendencies at a very young age, so it lends one to believe they could be born that way. Well, this is one of those questions that, to be quite honest with you, 2 to 3 minutes isn't going to give it the justice it needs. There's so many layers that are here. But in Matthew chapter 19, Jesus makes it very clear from the very beginning, he made humanity male and female. In that same passage, he talked about that marriage would be the union between a husband and a wife. There is no biblical evidence anywhere that God created us and fashioned us for what you and I know as same-sex unions and or, as our culture says, quote, marriage. Now, what this really does is causes us to look at it not really from a biblical perspective, which I've already addressed, but there is this great debate in the epistemological, philosophical, educational world of nature versus nurture. Some of you know exactly what I'm speaking of. And I think one of the things we need to address is this, that I don't think we give enough credit to how much influence and how much information is transferred to our children at early stages of life. And so when the question says, I've seen people with tendencies at an early age, we don't know what information is communicated, what is shared with that person about who they are, what they're to be. Today, we're having celebrities say they're going to let their child determine the gender, so to speak. Well, that child will theoretically determine their identity based on the information that they have received, not the biological designation of their birth. So again, it goes to that nurture versus the nature. Per the question, the Bible, in no shape, form, or fashion, advocates, promotes, or even alludes to the idea that humanity is born, quote, gay or with gay tendencies. It is not what the Bible says. Therefore, biblically speaking, we must default that anyone who claims to have been or having tendencies at an early age is not because the nature that God gave them, but the nurture that the world did. Great question. If you have one, send it to askjeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at askjeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.